Dissent TV. My name is Ben Werangai and my sign language interpreter is Wanjangede. Let us focus on our news. Interior and National Administration Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has publicly declared that attacks on government installations and business during recent protests will be treated as acts of terrorism. The CS issued a stern warning stating that the government intends to vigorously pursue the crackdown on individuals suspected of financing and supporting what he described as violent protests. This move comes amidst the backdrop of widespread demonstrations that have seen property damage and clashes with security forces. Human rights organizations have previously expressed concern over the use of anti-terrorism laws in connection with protests, arguing it could be a tactic to suppress dissent.
A criminal gang whose business is to invade people's businesses. If you finance some people to carry machetes, crude weapons, petrol bombs, to destroy people's property and government installations, what is that called? It's called terrorism. We will arrest all of them, including their financiers, including their planners, na wote watapelekwa kotini. Kama ulifanya terror, you will be sued for terrorism. Kama ulifanya theft, you will be theft. If you did robbery, you will be charged for robbery.
And on to our next news item. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has declared himself a fortuner of the opposition's presidential ticket in the 2027 general elections, asserting his capacity to unseat President William Ruto after a single term. Speaking in Boston during a diaspora engagement event and the launch of a set of satellite offices for the DCP party at the Well of Worship Hall in Massachusetts, Gachagua addressed the beginning of internal rivalries within Kenya's opposition. He firmly stated that despite the widespread speculation of power-sharing agreements and behind-the-scenes negotiations, no consensus has yet been reached among the opposition factions regarding a joint presidential candidate.
And I think I have the best chances to be president. We have not settled on anybody, and it's not yet. There is only one thing that has been agreed on, one term. Government is huge. There is space for everybody. And we'll agree who takes what position, provided we come up with a formula. Tumesema kila mtu aende, atafute kura zake. Kila mtu asanye zake, asanye zake. Pale mwisho, next year, hapo after Christmas, tuketi. Tuweke kura kwa meza, tupige hesabu, tuulizane nani atapeperusha bendera as one candidate only against William Ruto. I mobilize 4 million people from this mountain to make you president. I'll mobilize 8 million people from this community to send you home.
And moving on, Pre-primary schools across the nation are poised to benefit from a new unified free feeding program, a move expected to significantly boost enrollment, retention, and overall well-being of young learners. The initiative aims to standardize and expand access to nutritious meals for children in early childhood development education centers. Currently, school feeding programs in Kenya exist in various forms, often supported by national and county governments, NGOs like Food for Education, and community-based initiatives, but their reach are consistent and consistency vary. The push for unified national program for pre-primary schools align with ongoing efforts to improve early childhood development outcomes and ensure that no child lands on an empty stomach.
To provide a harmonized, sustainable, and scalable framework for delivering school meals to learners in early childhood development education, ECDE centers. County governments are expected to domesticate the policy to strengthen child nutrition, improve school attendance, and promote inclusive development across all regions.
But now we are going to the core, that is addressing the issue of attendance, because a child can attend and not be attentive, but we can now have full attendance and full attention by providing the meals.
This particular function of feeding program, where the counties are feeding, are doing this feeding program, the enrollments are up.
And we are here today to partner with the Council of Governors to support and collaborate on a model policy that will ensure that county governments have the frameworks in place to contextualize
And moving on, Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya has officially resumed his duties at the county's head office in Kitale, following the expiry of a 2-month court order that had barred him from accessing his office. Governor Natembeya's return marks the end of a 60-day period during which he was restricted from the county headquarters, a condition imposed after he faced corruption charges in Nairobi court on May 20th. He was released on bond of 1 million Kenya shillings with an alternative cash bail of 500,000 Kenya shillings after denying all allegations. During his 2-month absence from the main office, Natembeya reportedly continued to perform his duties from the sub-county offices, holding meetings and engaging with delegations.
Those honjos at the SSC to really come out and tell the world, like they've always done, when they raid people's homes and offices, to say we went to Natembeya's place and we found this much money, we found that, we found this, and that's why we took him to court.
And finally, the Kenya Meteorological Department has issued its latest weather forecast for the period of 22nd July to 28th, 2025, anticipating a varied week across the country, characterized by light rains, chilly mornings and gusty winds. According to the forecast, parts of the Central Highlands and Western counties are expected to receive light rainfall. Residents in other parts of the country, particularly in highland areas and Nairobi, should prepare for continued chilly mornings, with nighttime temperatures potentially dropping below 10 degrees Celsius in some locations. That is all we had for you on the news. We'll be taking a commercial break. We will be back with the sports news.